Africa, a continent bursting with color, flavor, and life. From the dizzying heights of Kilimanjaro to the sun-drenched beaches of Zanzibar, Africa is a continent that truly has it all. Today, we are taking you on an incredible journey across this beautiful continent. Prepare to be dazzled by beautiful sceneries and wildlife encounters that will leave you inspired for your next journey. Grab your pith helmet, your sense of adventure, and get ready for the journey of a lifetime. Let's dive into the 12 best countries to visit in Africa in 2024. First stop, South Africa. Land of Nelson Mandela, breathtaking landscapes, and cities that positively throb with energy. We'll start with a cable car ride up Table Mountain for jaw-dropping views over Cape Town. The panorama is simply divine. Next, we'll lose ourselves in the vibrant energy of Johannesburg, with its art galleries, trendy cafes, and fascinating history. But it's the call of the wild that beckons us next. We're off on safari in Kruger National Park, home to the Big Five and enough wildlife to fill 1,000 David Attenborough documentaries. Imagine lions lounging in the shade, elephants spraying themselves with dust, and giraffes gracefully nibbling on acacia trees. It's enough to make you want to trade your stilettos for a pair of sturdy boots and embrace the wild side. And no trip to South Africa would be complete without a drive along the Garden Route, a scenic wonderland of lush forests, dramatic coastlines, and charming seaside towns. Next, we're off to Kenya, a land of vast plains, majestic wildlife, and a cultural tapestry as rich and vibrant as a Maasai shuka. Get ready for the adventure of a lifetime as we embark on a safari through the Masai Mara, one of the world's most spectacular wildlife reserves. Picture this: vast herds of wildebeest thundering across the savannah, lions stalking their prey with feline grace, and hippos wallowing in muddy watering holes. It's pure magic. Pure magic. And don't forget your binoculars. But Kenya isn't just about safaris. We'll also be soaking up the sun on the pristine beaches of the Indian Ocean, sipping cocktails as the warm waves lap at our toes. And for a truly awe-inspiring experience, we'll journey through the Great Rift Valley, a geological wonder that stretches for thousands of miles. Think dramatic escarpments, shimmering lakes, and majestic flamingos at Lake Nakuru. Kenya is a feast for the senses, an intoxicating blend of adventure, relaxation, and natural wonders that will leave you utterly spellbound. Tanzania, home to some of Africa's most famous natural wonders. Golden light bathing endless plains, magnificent creatures roaming free, and that incredible mountain, Kilimanjaro, piercing the clouds. One simply must experience it. And where else would one begin but the Serengeti? It's the Africa of your dreams, where lions laze under acacia trees and millions of wildebeest thunder across the savannah during the Great Migration. Absolutely breathtaking. But Tanzania is so much more than just safaris. Dip your toes in the turquoise waters of Zanzibar, an island paradise with spice markets that will make your senses sing. Or descend into the Ngorongoro crater, a lost world teeming with wildlife. Honestly, Tanzania is simply fabulous. A feast for the eyes and a balm for the soul. Just pack your sense of adventure and prepare to be dazzled. Now Morocco, the land of contrasts. It's a sensory explosion, a kaleidoscope of colors, scents, and sounds. You'll be enchanted by the souks of Marrakesh, a labyrinthine wonderland of silks, spices, and treasures. Imagine yourself sipping mint tea in a riad courtyard, the air thick with the scent of orange blossom and jasmine. Or perhaps you'd prefer to lose yourself in the vibrant chaos of Jama El Fana Square, with its storytellers, snake charmers, and the most divine street food. And then, of course, there's the Sahara, that vast and mystical desert. Picture yourself on a camel trek, the sun setting over the dunes, painting the sand in shades of pink and gold. Simply magical. Morocco is a feast for the senses, a land of ancient traditions and modern delights. It's a place to get lost, to be surprised, and to fall in love with life all over again. Egypt, the land of pharaohs, pyramids, and that enigmatic, alluring desert. It's a journey back in time, a chance to walk in the footsteps of Cleopatra and Tutankhamun. Just imagine standing before the Great Pyramid of Giza, that colossal testament to human ingenuity and ambition. It's absolutely mind-boggling to think that those stones were laid thousands of years ago. And then there's the Nile, that life-giving river that winds its way through the desert. A luxury cruise down the Nile is an experience like no other. You'll drift past ancient temples, lush green fields, and bustling villages, all bathed in the golden glow of the Egyptian sun. From the Valley of the Kings to the bustling souks of Cairo, Egypt is a treasure trove of history, culture, and adventure. It's a destination that will stay with you long after you've unpacked your suitcase. Namibia. It's simply fabulous, a land of endless horizons and dramatic landscapes that will quite simply take your breath away. Imagine soaring dunes, vast deserts, and canyons that seem to stretch on forever. One simply must experience it to believe it. And speaking of experiences, have you ever heard of the Namib Desert? Older than time itself, and home to the most extraordinary creatures. You might even spot a desert elephant, if you're lucky. Then, there's Etosha National Park. Oh, the wildlife. Lions, elephants, giraffes, you name it. It's a veritable Garden of Eden, but with a bit more bite. And if you're feeling adventurous, pop on down to the Skeleton Coast. Don't be put off by the name. It's a wild, rugged coastline scattered with shipwrecks and teeming with seals. Just be sure to pack your sense of adventure, and perhaps a strong cocktail for the road. Now, Botswana, think luxury safaris and breathtaking landscapes. This place is simply dripping in diamonds, and I'm not just talking about the ones they dig up. The real gems are the incredible animals and the vast, untouched wilderness. It is home to the Okavango Delta, a lush oasis in the middle of the Kalahari Desert, a maze of waterways teeming with hippos, crocodiles, and more birds than you can shake a stick at. It's absolutely fabulous. And speaking of the Kalahari, it's an experience unlike any other. Think vast plains, starry skies, and the most incredible sunsets you've ever seen. It's enough to make you want to ditch the champagne and sip on something a little more local. Botswana is home to Chobe National Park, which is famous for its large elephant herds. It's a truly humbling experience, seeing these majestic creatures up close. Rwanda, a country of extraordinary beauty and resilience. It's a place where you can quite literally come face to face with gorillas in the mist. Volcanoes National Park is where it's at. Imagine trekking through lush bamboo forests, the air thick with anticipation, and then suddenly, there they are. Mountain gorillas, in all their majestic glory. It's an experience that will stay with you forever, I can assure you. But it's not all about the gorillas. Oh no, Rwanda has so much more to offer. Nyungwe Forest, for example, is a hiker's paradise, with waterfalls, chimpanzees, and over 300 bird species. And for those who prefer a more relaxing pace, there's always Lake Kivu. Imagine serene waters, stunning views, and the chance to simply unwind and soak it all in. It's enough to make you forget all about your troubles, at least for a little while. Now, if you're yearning for a truly immersive experience with nature's gentle giants, Uganda is your calling. Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, is known for its lush landscapes and diverse wildlife. Trekking to see the mountain gorillas in windy, impenetrable forest is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's a truly magical place, and trust me, coming face-to-face with a silverback gorilla is something you'll never forget. But Uganda's wonders don't stop there. For the adventurous souls among us, there's whitewater rafting down the Nile. Yes, you heard that right, the Nile. Starting from its source at Jinja, it's a thrilling ride through rapids and breathtaking scenery. And if that's a tad too wild, you can always opt for a more leisurely boat trip. And let's not forget the national parks, each more stunning than the last. Queen Elizabeth National Park, with its tree-climbing lions, and Murchison Falls, where the Nile thunders through a narrow gorge, are simply breathtaking. Uganda is truly a feast for the senses. Now, Ethiopia, a land of ancient wonders and breathtaking landscapes. Prepare to be transported back in time, to a world of emperors and legends. Lalibela, with its rock-hewn churches, is an absolute must-see. These churches, carved directly into the rock, are a testament to the ingenuity and devotion of the Ethiopian people. And speaking of wonders, Axum, the ancient capital, is said to be the final resting place of the Ark of the Covenant. How simply divine. The history here is palpable, you can practically feel it in the air. But Ethiopia isn't just about the past. The Simien Mountains, with their jagged peaks and dramatic valleys, are a hiker's paradise. And for the truly adventurous, there's the Danakil Depression, one of the hottest and most inhospitable places on Earth. It's like stepping onto another planet, with its bubbling lava lakes and surreal landscapes. Ethiopia is a country of contrasts, from the bustling capital of Addis Ababa to the remote villages of the Omo Valley. It's a land of rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty. Ethiopia will leave you absolutely breathless. Now, if you truly want to disappear and find yourself marooned in paradise, then Seychelles is the place to be. Imagine islands so pristine, so picture-perfect, they seem almost unreal. The Seychelles are blessed with the most exquisite beaches, where the sand is as white as snow, and the water is crystal clear. The water is the most divine shade of turquoise. The marine life here is simply off the charts. You'll be surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colorful fish, graceful rays, and if you're lucky, even a gentle giant of a whale shark might just glide on by. Zambia, the land of raw beauty and untamed wilderness, a place where you can truly feel the pulse of Africa. And nowhere is this more evident than at the magnificent Victoria Falls, or as the locals call it, Mosi Oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders. Just imagine standing before this colossal curtain of water, its roar so deafening it's like the world is applauding your arrival. The spray rises high into the air, creating rainbows that dance across the chasm and leave you breathless with wonder. This incredible country is also home to some of the most rewarding safari experiences in Africa. Venture into the South Luangwa National Park, where the concentration of wildlife is simply staggering. From majestic elephants and graceful giraffes to stealthy leopards and prides of lions, you're guaranteed an unforgettable encounter with Africa's most iconic creatures. So pack your binoculars and get ready for an adventure. Well, we've certainly journeyed across some of the most breathtaking landscapes and encountered the most extraordinary sceneries and wildlife Africa has to offer. From the dizzying heights of Mount Kilimanjaro to the sun-drenched beaches of the Seychelles, Africa never ceases to amaze. I do hope these little glimpses into Africa have ignited a spark of adventure within you. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey around Africa. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button for more travel adventures, and share it with your fellow travel enthusiasts. Got a favorite travel story to share? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay fabulous and keep roaming beyond.